Alright, in the last video I made for you guys, I was trying to impress my BBS developer friends with initially the Z Machine with very limited graphics support, and then actually Doom. And I'm not sure, did I have Nukem working then? Well, anyway, I know I didn't have very good performance for them playing from thousands of miles away or all the way around the world, but that's been improved quite a bit. I also added audio support, so if you're using a recent build of SyncTERM version 1.10 alpha, then you'll get full stereo audio. Doom is a good example of that. You get the sound effects in the background audio. Alright, and yeah, like I said, I demoed this last time. There's been a lot of improvements with regards to frame rate and like control over things like the audio, because that's new, but also like gamma correction, all the keys that are available in Sync Doom. And this is a standard door 32.sys compatible socket standard I/O door, so it should in theory work with, Mystic or other modern BBS programs that can accept either standard I/O on Unix or Unix-like OSs, or socket descriptors on Windows. It's usual gameplay. Hold down space to rapid fire. Doom has come a long way. It's just a totally different game with audio. Not yet released, so still calling it 0.1. I'll probably make a release pretty soon. Encouraging people to try to play them, especially on Vertrauen. You want to normally connect to cvs.synchro.net. You'll get the best experience there. That's my Linux host. It's multiplayer, so if you join at the same time that other people are on, you can play against them, cooperative or deathmatch. And then you have...
I'm looking good.
Duke Nukem. This is also multiplayer. 2-player. This is only 2-player. Doom is up to 4 players. Duke is just 2. It's hiding the status bar automatically as Doom did, and that's a new feature in SyncTERM as well. The BBS or the door can hide and restore the status bar, so you get all the pixels available in the application. Like Doom, if you want to play the commercial levels, you need to own the game, which you can still buy. You can still get those assets, and there's free and demo levels. Oh, that's just a view mode. Oh, that's kind of cool. Third person, see through yourself. Anyway, Duke, this is a great game. I mean, this is totally fun, totally playable. Multiplayer works, so 2-player in this. Like Doom, F1 for all the keys. I haven't really had anybody else to play with. Join and invite me to a game, and I'll happily play Duke Nukem with you. This is a great game. And so that wasn't enough. I kind of went crazy. I think the next engine I did was called SCUMM. So I created a door called SyncSCUMM, and that runs everything that's compatible with SCUMM. SCUMM stands for Script Creation Utility for Maniac Mansion. So of course I had to install Maniac Mansion to make sure that works, and that supports mouse as well. Doom supports mouse. I don't remember. I think Duke supports mouse input as well. It's like mouse look. But this is one of those games, I remember, playing with my brother and having a great time solving all the puzzles and getting the inside jokes as best we could when we were like 13 years old. So AGI and SCI games should be compatible. I don't have the licenses for those games, so I just have sort of like some freeware demo. This is Space Quest Zero. What do you call that? Fandom game, I don't know. Play alike, uses like the same characters and stuff and very similar sense of humor, but it's not exactly Sierra, but get the same idea. If you like Sierra games, Space Quest, King's Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, and Sierra games, you should be able to play those with SyncSCUMM. They're pretty suitable for the BBS terminal resolutions and frame rates, very, very, very playable. Most of these here listed, these are all SyncSCUMM, and some of these are more modern ones. Let me see, like, this one looks pretty good, I think, has a good intro. It's it's very Sierra looking. Low palette count there. Some cool animations. None of these are multiplayer. So these are just some good single-player games. These are typical, problem-solving games. And very mouse. I think this one's very mouse input. Yeah, keyboard works. But you also have mouse menu. Looking at your inventory, the music stops when you look at the menu. That's funny. This one's pretty modern. Is it Dracula? Count Dracula, I think.
Way bad, Master. There must be some problems with the satellite, and I just can't receive anything besides there are some interferences because of the storm.
It's always the same story every time there's a good game on the satellite. Anyway, we'll go watch it in the bar as usual. Iger, listen carefully, man. We are going to start with phase number 1 of my plan to conquer the world.
This game's pretty funny.
First, we'll capture one of the lightnings.
Alright, I'll leave it to you to play this game, so it has a lot of funny dialogue. Lure of the Temptress from 1992. Anyway, get the idea. I guess when you start off in a dungeon. A lot of point and click kind of game. And you have a menu. The ogre comes and visits you. Can I leave? Whoa. I think they're going to beat me up or something. I've never snuck out like that before. That's cool. Get the weapons. Get the weapon. Oh, this guy's gonna bust me, I think. Yeah. Not supposed to sneak out of your jail cell like that. I guess they don't lock the door. I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. Restart, restore, help. So quit is under help. We got Flight of the Amazon Queen. Not an Amazon game. I swear, don't sue me. Warner Interactive. They have lawyers too. These are legal. Yeah, these have been released for public consumption.
Well, King, you really know how to show a girl a good time.
It was just dinner and a movie. How
just
was
dinner
I
and a
to know
movie.
that he'd get upset?
Big Hugh's got a thing about guys dating his girl.
Alright,
There's not much we can do now, Joe.
I'll skip. Alright, more point and click adventure. This time you have icons to do things. And, kind of comic book 40s or 50s humor. This one's, I think, considered, the best. I don't know. I haven't played them through. It was, I think, the first SCUMM game that I tried and solved all the audio problems, mainly. But Sixel frame rate and dirty rectangle support. But, if it weren't for Claude Code,
was trying to tell
I can't imagine doing this stuff.
looking for pictures in the campfire.
Oh, I see evil born deep beneath the city. Far from the light of day, I see it growing safe beneath a sky of steel.
So kind of an animated comic book
Gathering
intro.
strength.
And then another point and click type game. And, it's supposed to be really good, so let me know. Master of Orion is not a SyncSCUMM game. Master of Orion 1, you see here? But somebody wrote a clone called Nukem, so I ported that to Adore. It's a commercial game, so you don't have to buy it to get the assets, the data files. but it's a space adventure, you know, GUI graphical game. Oh, Command and Conquer. These are very popular games. Now, these are going to actually run a bit higher resolution. These are like 640 pixels wide native. Those others were scaled up from like 320 typically. So you have Tiberian Dawn, which is the original Command and Conquer. If you're playing with SyncTERM and you get recent version, then you can get videos and such.
The Grain Trade Center in Vienna was the 17th urban bombing in 4 weeks, blamed on Nod terrorists.
I remember hearing about Command Conquer quite a bit, and when I did port it and get it working, I was like, oh yeah, that seems familiar. Very mouse-driven, so
Global Defense
yeah,
Initiative
best
selected.
played with the mouse for
Are
sure.
you picking this up?
Mm-hmm, picking it up.
Good. I know you need more deep background, but we're up against it.
All right, we're up against it.
Not
All right, let's skip this stuff. Anyway, you get the kind of game. It's point and click. It does support multiplayer, but I did not yet make that work. Red Alert is the newer version of Command and Conquer.
Commander?
So last transmission?
900 hours. Since then, nothing.
Perhaps Einstein escaped?
Too much to hope for, General. He would have contacted us by now. This is classified.
I know.
I sent for her.
General von Essling, she is a civilian.
That's why I don't get killed.
Commander,
Great acting.
this is Tanya Adams, a professional volunteer. She will work with you on this mission.
I learned her character in later games was played by
Somewhere
Jenny
inside
McCarthy.
this research center, the Soviets hold Albert Einstein. We need him back immediately. Get Tanya inside so she can get Einstein out.
Oh, gotta
Once
save
you have
Einstein. Gameplay is similar. You know, you control your playing pieces and try to beat the Soviets, or you play the Soviets. The SyncRPG, which uses the EasyRPM engine, and the example I have here is a game called Yumi Nikki. These are really Japanese-themed games, and strangely, they don't support mouse. They're keyboard only. Kind of unusual. But there's a whole bunch of these RPG games that use this engine, this EasyRPM. SyncRPG will play those games. So you certainly have a big library to choose from. This was just an example. Very cutesy anime-style game. And so those are all the multimedia PC games, and then you have console games. So if you remember earlier this year, I created my own version of the Intellivision game Utopia. Well, now you can play the real thing as a door game if you like. The controls are a little wonky because of the way the control pad was, and I don't have the overlay. The overlays can't use those graphics without license. Let me see here. But there it is. That's the original ROM running as a door. So I guess I didn't need to write my own after all. This is a pretty difficult game to operate without really good instructions. You see, I have some instructions here. Oh, look at that. I actually built some farming. Oh, I built something on the other side. Yeah. So I'm controlling both players and building on both continents, but yeah, failing miserably. If you're really into Intellivision games and you can figure out the controls and make a good help, yeah, help me with those. But the Nintendo games, those are very playable and pretty easy. So I think Super Mario Brothers is one of the best examples. Whoops. And then arcade games through MAME. Dig Dug's one of my favorites. So all the MAME games you can find playable as door games, and it keeps the score where you can play in your own. That's kind of what that option was about, public or private cabinet. So if it's a public cabinet, you share games, but you can only play one at a time. If it's a private cabinet, then it'll save, your games, and that way you play part of the game and then quit and come back and resume that game. That's what Claude and I have been up to, just making every game of my youth and even some more modern ones playable as BBS stores through Synchronet and SyncTERM. Again, like I said, these aren't really Synchronet specific. They can be played with other terminals as well. So like this is Windows Terminal 1.25, which is I think in preview right now. This will also work, but you don't get audio. These other terminals don't support the SyncTERM audio protocol. So while they do work for graphics and such, they're not going to support JXL and they don't support audio. It's just Sixel, and mouse input, but still very playable. All the games are playable in these other terminals like XTerm and other terminals like Foot and not Kitty. But Kitty Keys, that's a keyboard input protocol defined by the Kitty terminal, is supported by other terminals. SyncTERM has its own thing called evdev support, which that allows you to support multiple keys down at the same time. So you can be like strafing and moving forward and running and doing the multiple key presses, and they don't sort of collide or cancel each other out. It's really needed for good gameplay, especially with the first-person shooters. But even the side-scrollers like Super Mario, they're much more playable. Super Mario in Windows Terminal. Alright, so that's it for my modern Synchronet door samples. These use a new C library created called Term Graphics, which obviously supports more than just graphics. It's the sound and the mouse and the keyboard input. Yeah, it's reusable, so I might be creating some more engine support as I discover them or become obsessed with them. But anyhow, doors aren't limited to ANSI graphics or RIP graphics anymore, right? And I hope other BBSs, if you're running another BBS program, that you'll try these out when I release them. They're already on GitLab. You can build them and run them, but doing like a binary release with the supported versioned release, that'll be coming up soon. So keep an eye out, and hopefully you can log on to Vertrauen, again, cvs.synchro.net for the best experience, and maybe we can play against each other. See you online.